Hi everyone, Derek Johnson with Tatango.com, and today I'm talking about suggested actions. So a suggested action is essentially a button that is placed within a business RCS message by a brand. Now there's 7 different actions that can happen on the mobile phone when a consumer clicks one of those buttons. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through all 7 different types of suggested actions, and then show you some examples that we've mocked up here at Tatango as to how brands could use each one of those 7 different suggested actions. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first suggested action can open up the default calendar app on the mobile phone. So in this mock-up, we have Alaska Airlines, and they could send through business RCS messaging a boarding pass to a consumer. And in that RCS business message, they could include a suggested action that reads add to calendar. And when a consumer clicks on that suggested action, it would open up the default calendar app on the mobile phone and then add all the information from the boarding pass into the default calendar app. So the next kind of suggested action could open up the default mapping application on the mobile phone. So the first one is opening up the default calendar application. This one opens up the default mapping application. So in this mock-up, Gap would send a business RCS message, and in that message, they would include a suggested action that would read find nearest store, and when a consumer clicks on it, it would open up on their own phone the default mapping application, and it would show them where the nearest Gap location is. The next one is a suggested action that can be placed in a business RCS message that would open up a video chat with the brand. So in this example from Nordstrom, they could send a promotion to their customers, and then they could include in that business RCS message, they could include a suggested action that would trigger a video chat with the brand itself. This suggested action can actually share a consumer's location with the brand. So in the case of Hotel Tonight, let's say I'm in a new city and I'm looking for a hotel. Well, Hotel Tonight can send me a business RCS message that would say, we need your information and where you're located to give you recommendations on a hotel. And they could include a suggested action at the bottom of that message that would say, share my location. When I click on that suggested action, it would share my phone's location with the brand, and then the brand could process that information and send me back the hotels that are near where I'm currently at. The next one is a suggested action that can trigger a phone call. So in the case of Zipcar here, let's say I've reserved a Zipcar, they could put a suggested action at the bottom that says call customer support. When I click on that suggested action, it would connect me via phone call to their customer support center. This suggested action is a suggested action that would open up a web URL. Now this can be a mobile website, it can be a link to an app store, it can even be a deep link to a page within your existing app. So in the case of Zillow, I could request information on a house via business RCS messaging. They would send me a high definition image or video and some text about the house. But then if I wanted more information, I could click on the button that says see more details, and that would take me to a mobile website. And the last one we have here is a suggested action that can open up a new business RCS messaging chat. So in the case of Postmates, Postmates would send me a business RCS message that would say, hey, your meal's on its way. But then they could include a suggested action at the very bottom that says chat with delivery person. And this would actually open up a new chat directly with the business person, not Postmates. So those are the 7 different actions you can create using suggested actions within business RCS messaging. Hopefully you're as excited as we are about suggested actions.